It started with a look, just a glance, a slow burning gaze that pierced through the silence like a secret begging to be spoken. She wasn't supposed to feel anything, not for someone like him. She already had someone kind, stable, gentle, the kind of man who kissed her on the forehead before bed. But this was different. It was dangerous and intoxicating. His eyes didn't just meet hers, they claimed her. It should have stopped there. A moment, a glance, nothing more. But temptation never knocks politely. It storms in, tearing through reason, and leaves chaos behind. The first touch seemed like an accident, a hand brushing against her lower back as she passed him in the hallway. But it lingered, firm, intentional. Her breath caught. Her body betrayed her. She didn't move away. He whispered something, low and inaudible, but his breath against her ear made her stomach twist, her legs tighten. Guilt came later. The second touch wasn't an accident. She didn't stop it. They were alone, and the air around them smelled of cologne and something unspoken. His fingers grazed her arm, then her waist. Circles traced onto her skin like silent promises. She whispered that this wasn't right, that she had someone waiting at home. He didn't argue. He just leaned in and said, "Then go. I won't stop you." But she didn't leave. When his lips met hers, it wasn't gentle. It was consuming. And she let it happen. She surrendered too easily. That night, she went home, kissed the man who loved her, and cried in the shower until her skin burned. But the memory of that kiss lingered. The next time wasn't spontaneous. She planned it, wore the red dress, silenced her phone, told a lie. When he opened the door, he didn't speak. He pulled her in and kissed her like he was starving. Her back hit the wall, her clothes came off, and his hands devoured her. When he undid his jeans, she gasped. "You're big," she whispered. "Too big. I don't think I can." He smirked, whispered something filthy, and kissed her slowly, guiding her to the bed. The pain came fast, sharp, unexpected. Her mouth opened in a silent cry. Her nails dug into his back. "It hurts," she gasped. "Do you want me to stop?" he asked, still. She didn't answer, but her hips moved, slowly, against him. He kissed her gently. "Breathe, baby. You can take it." And she did. Afterward, she cried, not from regret, not from shame, but from the storm inside, of pain, guilt, need, and betrayal. He held her like he cared, whispered lies dressed as comfort, and she went back, again and again. She told herself it was just physical, a release, a thrill. But her heart betrayed her. She laughed with him, cried with him, kissed him like he was oxygen. And at home, everything cracked. The man who loved her began to notice, the hesitation in her touch, the flinch when he kissed her. But she couldn't stop. She was addicted. To the fire, the sighs, the danger, the way he made her feel wanted. She told herself one more time, just one last taste. But when she walked into that hotel room again, he was already waiting, shirt off, eyes hungry. They didn't talk. Their bodies did. This time, the pain was sharper, the pleasure more brutal. His sighs still stretched her too far, but she welcomed it now. She didn't cry until the end. His voice in her ear, rough and raw, filled with desire. And hers, answering with words she'd never say to the one waiting at home. Each thrust wrecked her, and she let it. Afterward, as they lay tangled, he said it. "Leave him. Be with me." Her heart stuttered. This was just, she tried to say. But the words never came, because it wasn't just sex anymore. She dressed quickly, ignored his voice, rushed home in tears. But it couldn't stay hidden forever. He found the messages, not the words, but the pictures. Photos she sent in moments of lust. Her body marked with bruises, her fingers between her thighs, lips swollen. He didn't yell. That was worse. He stared at her, quiet, broken, and walked out. No questions, no anger, just silence. The other man called. She didn't answer, because the moment the truth came out, the fantasy died. The thrill collapsed under the weight of consequence. Now she was alone. Days passed, then weeks. She stayed in bed, haunted by memories of both men, one who gave her love, the other who gave her fire. She ached, touched herself, remembering him. The stretch, the sting, the way he made her forget who she was. Months later, she saw him, the one who wrecked her body and soul. He was with someone else, young, smiling. And he kissed her the same way. That's when she realized she wasn't special, just another chapter, another sin. He had moved on. She had lost everything. She cried that night harder than she ever had, touched herself not from pleasure, but from grief. Then came a knock. She opened the door, barely clothed, expecting no one. It was him, the one she betrayed. He didn't speak, just looked at her. Why? He asked. She collapsed, sobbing. She told him everything, every lie, every touch, every time it hurt, every time she bled, how she craved the pain, how the sighs became a punishment, how she mistook destruction for desire. He listened. Then he asked, "Do you still want him?" She shook her head. "Then show me," he whispered. He kissed her, not with anger, but with heartbreak. Their clothes came off slowly. His touch was careful, reverent. She shattered in his arms, not from lust, but from love. There was no roughness this time, no bruises, just slow, aching forgiveness. She cried again, but this time it was from hope. She never went back to the other one. He tried, called, texted. She didn't answer, because she had learned something painful. Big isn't always better. Rough isn't always real. Pleasure means nothing without love, and lust can destroy everything. But if you're lucky, if you're truly lucky, love might give you one last chance to choose right.